Olympic runners don't run every day. Usain Bolt had rest days. With the rappers, this is a little different. While you can strain your voice, we've heard rappers work through this in the past. J. Cole has a classic song called Back to the Topic where he mentions that he sprained his vocal cords, but he thought it might make the song sound a little better. This is the same as Usain running to a point where he injures himself and deciding that he thinks it might make him run a little faster, so he runs anyway. Some of the best rappers, like Juice WRLD, are literally addicted to rapping, and without much to really stop them, they could run or do multiple songs a day every single day. Now imagine every single runner at every level and every single age were racing daily. Rappers are kind of doing this, but it's their tracks running for them, and they can have good days and bad days for an individual track, and any random high schooler, middle schooler, elementary schooler, or old legend could drop a song that blows everybody out of the water and does way better numbers than everyone else. And on top of that, everyone is trying to promote their music daily. Some have no idea what they're doing at all. Some try all these ignorant publicity stunts. Some will try to capitalize on the death of another artist by trying to adjust to their sound. Some will use the death of another artist to promote their own music. Meanwhile, there are rappers who put links to their music under other rappers' posts, and they have a reputation to almost be the bottom of the barrel. Today, I decided I would give 100 of them a shot to see if their reputation is even fair in the first place. The first person I decided to listen to in this video was named Nate Joel. Just in case you were curious, I'm going to put the very first post I saw from him on the screen, and you can try to guess what his sound might be like, because this is the situation I was put in. I realized that first impressions for this type of video would be huge, because honestly, I don't have that much confidence in Twitter rappers, but let's hear what Nate Joel had to offer.
We're now entering a vibe.
Yeah, I get suspicious of people around me, ones who try to look for me in all the same places they found me. I am not still in those spots, always show her love, doesn't matter she like me or not. Gave myself a chance and I'm proud of what giving it got. Really don't know what I know, put in too much work, there is only one way this can go. People kept playing me though, never been the type to go around and beg for respect. No one making noise after seeing the ways that they slept.
Personally, I think Nate Joel did a fantastic job. He has a nice, chill rap style, but he has a really clean flow that he brings to it. In some of his other songs, he sounds a bit more like Reason from TDE, so he does switch it up a little bit. He does have a little bit of a vibey, chill charm to it that makes his music sound a little bit fantastic and gives it a lot of replay value because you can listen to it almost whatever mood you're in. With that being said, the next person I decided I wanted a complete change of pace, I went over to a Little Baby post and I found Donny Juan.
80 proof lit, 40% lit, so I'm lit. Let's go. All these hits, I'm calling my phone, say low power 20%. All these hoes be flexing they money to a jack boy, take they rent. A nigga watch Narco one time, think he the blueprint to this shit. Please, ain't worried about a nigga, I'ma get to the money like money meant.
Now the first guy we went to had a very chill style. Now Donny Juan has a very hype, gritty, lit, trap type of style to him that kind of does work with the Little Baby audience, so I do understand why I posted under there. I have to say, this song, I'm Litty, it's fantastic. I immediately added it to my playlist. I thought it sounded really good, and I'm just surprised that Donny Juan and Nate Joel, the first person we listened to, had such low followers on their Twitters, on their Instagrams, their Spotify monthly listeners. It's just a bit surprising. I thought both of them were really high quality for Twitter. Given that these were the first two guys I listened to, I'm pretty confident at this point, and I think this could go really well.
Now you started coming for a clerk. Come inside to the class, I will teach you how to dance. Wow, wow, all your movements want to show me now. Wow, wow, all your movements want to show me now.
Now this is what I was expecting to find on Twitter. This is the type of rapper I expect on there. He's gonna give Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, XXXTentacion, Juice WRLD, Lil Baby, all of them a run for their money. That's right. This song is called Wow Wow Wow, and what more to say about it than wow. Right now I'm just looking back at this, and there was actually a sick beat change later in the song that I just couldn't let you guys miss, so check this out. This is when he goes full lyrical.
See your face, diamond shining on your teeth, different shades. Rainbow Rolex, watch time moving, so what are you doing? Watching TV, Michael Jackson step we doing, so moonwalk, moving like a sky, sun is so hot. Snow cold, your body dancing shape is also good. Stretching arms and legs, fans are saying, whoa, oh, I want that girl to make a sex. She lick me like a melting dairy milk, whoa, oh, yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, still to this point, I cannot explain to you why he started growling or why he randomly showed his birthday there and a picture of Tupac, Biggie, and like it doesn't It makes as much sense to me as it does to you guys. I think it's great. Why? With that being said, there were a lot of wow type of songs between the last two I showed you and this next guy.
They knew I would be a star. I ain't pull up in a car, walk to the studio in like an ounce of rain. So I throw it at the work for a uniform, all smelling just like fries when I'm about to stay. Man, I get my all, I ain't get some. I sold my clothes so I could come. I sold some drugs, put down a gun, dealt with my flops, stepped on my fun. My brother died, he was the one, kept me alive. I was gonna run, help me survive. When shit got too crazy, he wasn't in my heroes, cause damn that boy saved me, goddamn that boy saved me. It hurt to say that he gone, I really wish I was wrong. Part of the reason why I started making these songs, he gave me the keys to go long. Got in the field with no quits and he gave me a pair. All that shit made me aware.
Alright, so just talking about Zaire real quick, there's a lot to break down here. First, amazing production. Whoever the producer is did a phenomenal job. If it's Zaire, that just makes it all the more impressive. Number two, the lyrics, or no, just the flow that he brought, the lyrics, the verbal part of it, the actual rapping part of it. He had to do almost nothing for this song to be considered good. Given how good the production was, he could have just rode the wave the entire rest of the way. He didn't. He actually performed. He made it better than just what the beat was. He didn't ride the beat to any degree. He actually added to it, which that's how you make an amazing song, which is really what I would consider this song. With that being said, if you pay attention to some of the lyrics, this guy did not miss a single mark. And the part that impresses me the most is, I looked at his Twitter, I looked at his followers. This man has 23 followers. I cannot express to you, this is not how, when you find a rapper that is this amazing, you're not supposed to find him on Twitter, okay? You're supposed to find him because this huge label just signed him, this huge rapper just shouted him out, he's blowing up in your, in your area or anything like that. This dude is absolutely not blowing up. He has like 200 Spotify listeners, and I'm probably 15 of them if they count you more than one stream as more than one listener. I'm telling you right now, I do not understand what is going wrong for Zaire. The music, I didn't listen to many of his songs. I listened to this one. If the other ones are like this, how is this man not blowing up? Next up, we have the very first female rapper for this video, and I thought it was really important to get one in here. This one's named Daicia, and she is by far better than every other girl I found. Let me just tell you that right away.
And I know I can't right now, and I'm tipsy, swerving in my lane right now, behind the wheel, cause you driving me insane right now, ayy. Blame it all on me, had to let go, set you free. You an angel, spread your wings, wanna see you do real good things.
Now, the reason I picked Daicia out of every female rapper I listened to in this video is because I saw a lot of potential with her. The part that I showed you, it's a really clean flow, but just to let you know, some of the other parts of the song, she tried to be a bit more melodic, and I heard a lot of promise in that alone. Like I said, the flow right there that I showed you, I think she did a great job. I think if that was the whole song, it would have been a great song. But the other part, it sounded like she wanted to go melodic, but was kind of holding herself back, which I did notice is a problem with a lot of underground rappers. They kind of want to be melodic, but don't want to commit to it, because it might sound bad, and realistically, if you're just getting started, it's gonna sound bad. It's not really pleasant to hear yourself sing like that. It's not pleasant to put yourself out there like that. But with someone like Daicia, in the other parts of the song, it sounded like she does have the abilities to go more melodic, and not being willing to test your vocal range or anything like that is just putting yourself at a disadvantage for literally no reason. So for Daicia, I did think that this verse was actually fantastic. I think that this song did show a lot of promise, but I would like to see you go a bit more melodic in the future if that's something you're interested in. Alright, so next up we have Jack Miller.
You just got me locked up now, girl. I just wanna rock some, I know. You just want a rock star, but nah, I don't want no problem. Chill with it, we know we just want a one day thrill with it, 24/7 type. I don't wanna deal with it, let's just keep our eyes shut, never wake up, take a break from real life.
Alright, so with Jack Miller, I have to say, he is making a type of music that it's just not difficult to be seen as generic. It's not hard to just not stand out at all and kind of fit the mold and be pretty much the same as anybody else making music out there. With that being said, Jack Miller 100% separated himself. He has a natural ability to just make good music. He's got a good vocal range. He just knows what he's doing. And what to me is the most impressive part of all of this is that he's actually, it seems like he's focusing on school and sports within school, and that music isn't really the main thing that he's working on. And if that's the case, he is so far ahead of anybody else that I would be scared of what would happen if he put all of his attention into music. Like, this guy, he has real potential, and it's kind of like a side hobby for him. I really would like to see what would come out of this. I really hope he gets some more attention. There's songs like this one in particular that pop off just about every year, so I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Jack actually pops off himself. With that being said, the next song is going to be an absolutely amazing rapper.
How I do it with a breeze, how I make it look so easy. Everybody look to hate, I see why they hating on me. I'ma do it with a breeze, make it look so easy. Man, it be so easy.
Why did I do this video? Next up, I decided I wanted to go for one of the rappers that is just not difficult to find on Twitter, and that's one of these guys that want to be super lyrical and super deep with all their songs, and a lot of them don't really stand out at all because they sacrifice a lot of making the music actually sound good.
Look in the mirror. What do you see when you stare at yourself? Only a change finna come when you step out of body and finally be real with yourself. World full of egos and you fell into it. I'm guessing you probably was feeling yourself. I see the change in the people around you. Oh, that mean you finally healing yourself. That mean you finding some peace in this world that we live in spite of the year that we having. I hope that you praying. I hope that you fasting. I hope that you making more money than captures. Hope when the police approach you, you keep your composure, cause you never know when it's over, cause they feel entitled and your life is vital. Don't ask them no questions. Don't look for no closure, please.
Now, I do have to say, Lord Luke tackled the topic that mainstream rappers would struggle to and would probably try to avoid at pretty much all costs, because it's hard to make a song like that and make it sound good, but that's exactly what Lord Luke did. And if you listen to more of his discography, he does this on a pretty consistent basis. With that being said, Lord Luke, you are the most egregious Twitter promoter I have ever seen. Doing research for this video, I found you on literally every single post I looked at. Lil Baby, Cole Bennett, it could be J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, it could be Drake, it could be some random small rapper that you've never heard of. Lord Luke posted it there. He must have a bot that posts his music anywhere that they mention rap. I mean, it was the most unbelievable thing I have ever seen. But I can't really hate on him for it because he got a shout out from Meek Mill, got him a lot of attention towards his Twitter, more attention towards his music. But it's like, I can't believe it actually worked, man. I can't even hate on him for doing it because it worked out for him, but like, I hope you're doing other stuff to promote your music if you're doing that. Your music sounds great. I'm not trying to take away from that, but like, you're putting a lot of time into promoting on Twitter unless you got somebody doing that for you. I mean, that was impeccable. The next person we have on the list, Twitter actually decided they just didn't like him. Now, this person's name is Jahkirk. I'm going to reveal it a little bit right now. I think the song sounds good, but there's two different versions of the song posted within the same tweet. And what I mean by this is if you listen to a quote tweeted version of his song, it's really bad. Like the 808s are peaking endlessly. Everything's just distorted a bit. But if you listen to the actual version of the song, it's much different. Here's the version that he quote tweeted.
Everything Gucci like that, but they think I found me a plug out in Pakistan.
And here's the original tweet unquote tweeted.
Everything Gucci like that, but they think I found me a plug out in Pakistan. I'm really trying to run nutty band.
As you can tell, the song's actually phenomenal, but Twitter really might be screwing him over and preventing him from reaching a much wider audience, because a lot of people would listen to the distorted one and probably not want to ever listen to him again. By the way, I do want to mention, he put, should I drop it or not, or something like that in the tweet that I found this. Absolutely drop it. It sounds fantastic, and I want to hear more of what you have. Next up, we have this man named Kayo Southside, who I found because he was complaining about white hip-hop pages.
My coffee black as my heart is, but they gon' love me regardless. Favorite excuse to use to this day is, bae, I'm an artist, I keep it at bay. She can come out to see me be parkless. She never see me be heartless. She never see me be barless. Never see me shrink up around any of my peers as far. They got sins that I did so big, I might never link with the father. Eyes heavy of fodger, not from tiredness because of tears. Cause mama had an office for another year, but this is the last one. Put them around women, he'll struggle pulling the fast ones.
First of all, I want to say, he has extreme promise with his music. 2 times point for having your mom in the video. I love to see that absolutely every time. I don't know how you managed to body Drake on his own beat, but this is actually phenomenal. I'd love to hear him with higher quality production, everything like that. Like in a real studio, signed to a real label. I think he has the ability to get there if he just promotes right and handles himself the correct way. With that being said, about what he said about the hip hop pages. He was talking about how he reached out for promotion and everything like that, and all these guys want money from him. Absolutely. It's ridiculous. These guys who actually built their pages with a foundation of helping underground rappers and promoting underground rappers with nothing to gain in return, As soon as they got a little bit of money or a little bit of clout, now they're chasing strictly that. They either won't take any free submissions and only want money from it and completely abandoned what they were founded on, or anything like that. It's kind of ridiculous because you could just imagine they might be making way more money or be given a way bigger platform if they just continue doing what they built themselves off of. But no, as soon as they found a couple of guys who shout them out, they just kind of stick to them and leech off them to try to get as much attention as they can from them. And the great artists like Kayo Southside, who just makes great music and is trying to reach out to them, kind of get brushed to the side, which is absolutely ridiculous. I do recommend you going to Patrick CC along with anybody else in this video. Patrick CC is an amazing YouTuber. He gives the best free promotion you could possibly have if you just tune into his streams or anything like that. With that being said, that is the end of this video. I'm going to be doing more on TikTok, more on Instagram, more on YouTube, and more on SoundCloud. So if you're interested, be sure to subscribe so you can check out the later videos. See ya.